Never saw this before. I just finished up framing the basement, and then I found this. After a few days of rain, water is coming through the foundation, and that's definitely not what you want to see down here. So I'll show you how I framed this basement, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to fix this leak. All right, I just got back from Lowe's, picking up all of my lumber, and I'm going to start framing this basement. But I'm gonna bring in my bottom plates and my top plates, lay out this entire wall, cut the studs outside, hand them through this window. I'm gonna start out by laying my plate along this. I think I'm just gonna build this big wall first. That'll eliminate a lot of 2x4s. I live in the city now, which I'm not used to. I'm gonna lay this wall out, which is great. I have a tape measure, have a pencil, not a carpenter's pencil, but a pencil. But what I just realized is my trailer isn't here because I needed to get it out of the driveway because there wasn't enough room for both cars to be in the driveway. And one car can't be in the garage because the garage is full of all the stuff that's gonna be down here. All right, you guys can see marks. I just transferred them onto the top plate. You can strike a line on this side, and then this right here is 1.5 inches, so you can quickly mark that. There we go. You definitely want to keep your finger out of the way because it will not feel good. Run a nail through. All right, moving along pretty good. So I got a spacer in that corner. 3 to 4 feet will keep you within code. And another thing you can do is, if you have a laser, is run a laser down the edge. This whole wall's done. I cut a whole bunch of 2x4s to the right height before bringing them in here. So now I'm gonna try to do this wall and connect my laundry room to this wall over here, and then I'll do this wall behind me. I do have to get the rest of that lumber in tonight because it's supposed to rain. So I'm gonna get as far as I can. It's like 5 o'clock. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a 6-foot closet. So I need a rough opening of 50 by 82.5. 50 by 82.5. All right, well, I need 82.5 and I have 81.5, so I have to cut the doors down. It is what it is, right? All right, now that we have that whole wall done and this wall, all that's in line, I want to find the corner of this bedroom. This is gonna be a bedroom over here, halfway decent. I wanted as big as opening I could get. And so what I did is I lined this laser up with the wall, and then it casts a 90 straight over, and it's right on the edge of my tie-in wall here. So I know this is square, so I can mark this all out on the floor, and I ended up with, I believe it was 47 inches on that opening. Probably about 46 inches once you have the finish on both sides, because you have a 1/2 inch finish. That'll be good. So I'm gonna mark this all out on the floor, and then I can build this section of wall and build that section of wall. This was about the end of day one, and I was ready to call it quits, and then my son got home from school. This is actually his room, so he wanted to help frame it. And I lined it up with that one, and then the top. That's crooked right there, boy. Two at 81, so mark this bottom board. If you mark 81, make your mark, and then go like that, and then you know that's the side you're cutting on. Make sense? Set that 37 incher on top of those 2 studs, or jack studs. There you go. Yep, I got it. Ready? Go. Hang on. Go. Hey, that wasn't that bad. Guys, I'm back at it today. I got a couple problems that you probably can relate to. The first one is I have a lot of work I have to do with our businesses, 12:30, 1 o'clock before I'm getting started on this. So that's my first problem, is you just have to chip away at this little by little. That's just become my reality. Second problem is I'm gonna frame up this bathroom, and there's just not enough room for me to build the walls on the ground with all of this stuff in here, the washer and dryer up and running. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay out all the walls, the bottom plates on the floor, mark them, fasten them down. I'll put my top plates up, and then I'll just fit my studs in there and go out that way. All right, guys, got the laser, marked out my walls. Before I take this laser down, I want to mark out my ceiling so I can put my top plate up there. And then I want to mark this, so I have to put a couple cross members in, and then I have to deal with this right here because you can see that green line laser goes right across there. So this is going to be in the way of the wall. I think the easiest solution is to get a different boot that goes long ways. Here's the next dilemma I have. I could put the door right here and it would open in, but that's gonna limit the size of this vanity. Or do I put the door right here and get a 4-foot vanity? What do you guys think? All right, I did a bunch of measurements. Maximum size shower I can get in here is a 30-inch, and that will just give me just enough to get to the 15-inch center mark of the toilet. And then 15 inches over, I'll have enough for a 36-inch vanity. I kind of wanted the door here just so I could get a long vanity in here, but it's just not gonna work with the way the toilet and all that would lay out. All right, guys, I got my bathroom all framed up. Now the next problem I have is this ductwork. I need to box this in. And I ran my water lines as tight to that as possible, and I'm just gonna box in the water lines with this ductwork. And then even though this jots over, I'm going to just box this in straight. There'll be a closet right here. All right, guys, so we'll start up here where you come down the stairs, and I'll give you a quick tour and recap of what we framed up. All right, so when you come down, we have the bathroom here on the right. I opted to put the door here. It just worked more efficiently than having it around the corner. Everything went pretty good in here. Plumbing's all gonna lay out all right, which we'll show in another video. And then over here, we have our laundry area. We did have to box in this ductwork and water lines, and I chose just to make one straight clean line. I lined it up with the bottom of this header because no matter what, the header is gonna be this height. So we just chose to line it up there. I am going to leave this open. We will have a door here, and I can access the back side of my furnace for changing out filters, all that kind of stuff. And then this will just be unfinished storage. And then when you come through here to the right, we have a bedroom, and then we are going to do a 6-foot closet with a 4-foot opening. The only challenges that I did have here in this wall is, one, these posts, they do stick out a little bit on the top and the bottom, which we'll have to figure out finishing. And then I will have to add a return duct right here for this room. This room has a supply, but I need a return. It's gonna be up here, it'll be easy. I cut a hole in the duct, blocked that side off. You can see it's blocked off up there already. So those two are returns for the upstairs. And that one I blocked off, and the return will be right here in the ceiling. And then over here, this whole room is going to be open. We'll have a couch over here. The plan was to put like a TV and stuff over there, but we're going to put it on this wall. So I'm gonna center it on this wall. Just works better for the layout of the couch. All right, guys, I finished up this framing on Friday, and it's Sunday, and we've been getting rain for the last 2.5 days. and unfortunately found a leak in this crack right here. Never saw this before, but honestly, kind of glad I found it. It's not a major leak, but I am going to fix it. I ordered a epoxy repair kit, and then you inject polyurethane foam in there. I'm gonna take this stud out, get this all prepped. It will be a little difficult because this has got the brick pattern, so I'm gonna have to grind it smooth to be able to get the injection ports epoxy to here. But it's the only one. I went around the whole basement. It's the only one I can find, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. All right, guys, the bright side is the framing is all done, which I'm super pumped about. Now I've got to figure out how to get this crack fixed and get that remedied so that I can move on to the finishing of this basement. Make sure you come back and check out how I get this fixed. I also finished the install of the new hybrid HVAC ducted Mr. Cool system. So those two videos will be coming. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share us with your friends, and don't stop dreaming.